Well, hey there, YouTube. It's PD Two Finger, and I'm excited today because the NUX MG30. That's my amp modeler, my multi effects. They're coming out with a significant firmware update. Inside each patch, there is 3 scenes, and this is going to enable you to change individual parameters on each effect or amplifier model and save those within a scene. Before, they only enabled you to bypass an effect or turn it on. Now you can, like, turn the gain up on the amplifier, which is really useful. They're going to enable you to bypass the reverb block and institute a second delay block. Trying to think what else. It's an exciting update. It's been a minute. It's been a long time coming. I don't think this will be the last one. I think there's going to be another one, maybe one more. So it's exciting because I'm a fan of this device. I really enjoy using it. Another reason that I'm excited today, yesterday we put the new strings on my wife's micro bass. We got her micro dialed in. It's a cute looking bass. We did the blend modification. So we have a volume, tone, and a blend for the pickups. And so her new bass is ready to go. It's good to go, and she's been playing it, and it works well for her. It's a smaller scale. It's easier to play. My guitar, I put the humbucking pickup in, and I got this full-size tremolo arm with a chrome tip. And I just got done bending this. I like to have it sit a little lower than up so high. Sitting like that. It's right about where I want it. Maybe I might pull it back a hair. But yeah, we pretty much finished with this. I think I'm done modifying this guitar. It is what it is. We're gonna be playing in just a minute here. I'm excited about that, to have the work done on these instruments and be able to enjoy them as they are, as they're modified. You know, it's like you buy the thing and you're modding it, and it's like everything kind of feels up into the air until you get settled in on when you're comfortable with it, and then it's like, okay, now I can concentrate on my playing. And it's been like that with this set of music, with the songs, with little issues with the levels and the backing tracks and the patches, programming the multi-effector, both my wife's multi-effector, her Boss GT1B, and then the MG30. I built 3 pedals to go in the effects loop from scratch. I built those pedals. I got 2 more I'm going to be building, and we'll see. I've got a full tone Fat Boost version 2 coming. It's a 4-knob volume, gain, bass, and treble pedal, and a Catlin bred Naga Viper, which is a silicon transistor range master. It's a modified range master, so it's a 3-control pedal, volume, gain, and tone. So we'll see what happens with the pedals. I modified my range master last week. I swapped out one of the capacitors for a much larger value, and that really, it just did it. I'm there with it. So I don't know, would I have ordered those other 2 pedals had I done this modification? And probably not. So we'll see what if I end up removing the EP booster and subbing in the full boost. It may be what I may very well remove the GE Rangemaster and sub in the Catlin Red Naga Viper. We got to see. I doubt it. I doubt that I would do that, but the EP booster getting subbed out for the full tone fat boost. However, when you read about the EP booster, people that know about it, they really love them. And they always say it's never coming off my board. And I've seen people talk favorably about the full tone fat boost, but I haven't seen people like going gaga about that circuit. So we shall see. But at this point, it's like the guitars are good. We're good to go on the guitar side of things. And this pearl white micro, isn't that a cute looking little bass? I really like that. We put the Ernie Ball short scale regular slinkies on that yesterday, and good to go. So today is the first. Is it the first today?
Today is the second.
The second today. I managed to purchase tickets to see Beat. Beat is what they're calling Adrian Belew, Tony Levin, Danny Carey, and Steve Vai playing the music of King Crimson from the 80s. We're going to be covering King Crimson off the first three King Crimson albums. That was the iteration of King Crimson in the 80s, which had Adrian Belew taking vocal duty, Tony Levin on bass guitar. What's the drummer's name again?
Danny Carey.
No, the original drummer.
Bill Bruford.
Bill Bruford was the drummer in that band. So while I never got to see King Crimson, and I'm a huge fan of Adrian Belew's solo material, this is going to be really cool. It's gonna. I love all that music. I really do, really do. It's just that when I'm paying to see an Adrian Belew show, and he'll do a Crimson tune towards the end, and people like go nuts about it. It's kind of like makes me feel sorry for Belew. Like here they are cheering for King Crimson when he was the one that wrote. It's like it's his song, but it's just because Robert Fripp was in that band it makes it better, you know. And so I know that's always been a thing with Belew playing second fiddle to. I think Belew is just more comfortable in the position of being top banana on stage. I mean, anybody would be. Anyone would be. And as far as putting on an entertaining show and being like a front man, you put those two guys up together, and there's no competition. It's like Adrian Belew is a great front man, and he's energetic. He can really sing very well. And so for him to fall into that, like playing second fiddle to Robert Fripp, it is weird. It doesn't make sense that people go completely ape shit gaga when he plays a King Crimson number at one of his solo shows. Like, this is what we came for, you know? And they start dancing and stuff. It's like, it's the same music. It's the same guy. It's like, what makes one thing better than the other is just up here in your head, you know? Maybe if you had paid as much attention to Belew's solo career, you would be familiar with this music like I am, and you'd enjoy it all equally, you know? If not that the Adrian Belew solo material is more eclectic and more diverse, and it's stylistically, you know? So it's a weird thing. Either way, I got a decent seat. It was like $75. It was $56 for the ticket, and then they get you for another $20 for service charge. So that's going to be at the Copernicus Center. I'm not sure. Did you say that's where I saw Steve Vai?
I think that's where you saw Steve.
Yeah. I've been there. It's a nice venue. Uh, and also, I've got a ticket to see Dweezil Zappa, which getting to see Dweezil Zappa is a kind of a big deal for me. I never saw Frank. There was one time in '83 when Frank came through town and played at the UIC Pavilion in Chicago. Now, I think it was in July. So, yeah, I don't think I would have been able to go. You know, I was just kind of young, and my folks weren't the type of folks to be like, hey, we're gonna, like, if I would have asked them, like, hey, could you take me downtown so I can see this show and then pick me up? Like, they wouldn't have went for it. Frank Zappa, you know, the stuff that he wrote his songs about. So yeah, I never got to saw Frank, never got to see him play live. As a kid, when I was like 17, I remember there was an apartment complex. This guy lived there with his mom, and there was another guy who was like the lifeguard at the pool. Like, I remember swimming, and like that guy invited us to go with him to some dude's house who lived down the road. And this dude would host minors, and he would purchase alcohol. You could drink beer and maybe smoke a little pot and hang out with the guy, but the price of admission, the guy was a Zappa weirdo, and he forced you to watch live videotape of Frank Zappa concerts when you went to his house. You would have to watch 200 Motels, or you would have to watch Baby Snakes, or you would have to watch the Mind the Harbor, Does Humor Belong in Music role, you know. So as a kid, I was hip. I had some Zappa music, and I loved it. It's incredible music. Getting to see Dweezil is like a reward. It's like, you know, I've been waiting at some point in my life to witness Zappa music being performed live. I've seen Baloo do it a little bit here. I saw him do Tiny Lights, and trying to think if I saw anything else. It'll be really cool. It'll be really cool to see Dweezil. I think that's going to be it's really going to make an impression on me to see that band. I think they're really good, and I'm excited. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Remember to stay cool and hug your pets, is what I always like to say. Peace.